Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Autodromo Nazionale Monza for the penultimate round of the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship. You can see after this, we've only got Barcelona to go, and then that is the end of our season. But the end of the battle for the championship could come today with Mirko Bortolotti. There's a few permutations in which he can take the championship victory, but it's not going to be easy for him because he is starting in fourth position on the grid, which isn't exactly where he would have liked to have been. So it will be Mihai Marinescu on pole position for the first time in his FIA Formula 2 career. Alex Brundle alongside him, and crucially, potentially, with the inside line on the run down into the first chicane. Second row, Ramon Pinheiro, the man who is really on form. Had struggled in Friday testing, actually, was languishing down in 7th to 9th positions in the test sessions, but really picked it up when it mattered in qualifying. Starts third on the grid. And then it's our two championship rivals, Mirko Bortolotti and Christopher Zanella, behind them. And the battle between those two is going to be fascinating to see as well. So we wait for Plamen Kralev, the last man on the grid, to line up. We stand up in our commentary box. We've got a great view over the start-finish straight, and we will be watching as the lights go out. We've got the green flag wave from the back of the field. Then this 21-lap race about to get underway. The lights come on, and we're away. It is a good getaway from Brundle. Mihai Marinescu's got a decent one. Bortolotti's got a terrible start. Zanella's passed him. Hagevold is heading up the inside as well as they head down into the first chicane. Brundle's on the inside line, almost touching wheels as they come under braking, and Alex Brundle moves into the lead. Mihai Marinescu slots into second. Third place, who is that launching up the inside? Is that Zanella possibly, as they all creep their way through? Or is that Bortolotti? Somehow he recovered because he got a poor start. A few slower cars at the back, but no major incidents. Now Zanella is battling Hagevold, so I'd love to see how that transpired because Bortolotti got a very slow getaway. It's not over for the lead. Brundle just about holding it. Here's Bortolotti going very defensive, so he's now ahead of Hagevold. Are they going to get through the second chicane cleanly? Yes, they are. Jack Clark making a move on Mikkel Mack as Sung Hak Mun goes over the runoff. But good start from Brundle, but he's going to be under pressure from Marinescu.
Yeah, absolutely right. Heading down towards Lesmo 2 here. He's going to be under a lot of pressure from Mihai now. He's going to have to get the best exit he's ever got out of Lesmo 2 right now. And it doesn't look too bad, actually. I think he's got a reasonable exit there. And I think with Bortolotti, he must have made a lot of time on the brakes when other people might have been a little bit cautious to gain those places back.
Yes, indeed. So into the Ascari chicane they turn, and Marinescu is not letting Brundle get away with this one just yet. All the top front runners are safely through Ascari. Bortolotti might be challenging Ramon Pinheiro on the run down into Parabolica potentially, as we wait to see them. Here they come down this long stretch. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes to walk from Ascari down to Parabolica, such is the length of the straight. But at 180 miles an hour, it doesn't feel that far at all. There's Mikkel Mack battling with Miki Monras. And just up ahead of them, it's Jack Clark behind Timo Storz. Who's that in the gravel? Is that Schnooks possibly? We'll wait and see when he recovers onto the circuit. And but it's side by side for the lead, and Marinescu has got back past Brundle. Brundle looks to the outside on the way down into the first chicane, but Mihai Marinescu lost the lead at the start of the race, and Bortolotti is up into third place. Is he? No, he's had to go over the anti-cut, so he'll have to give that position back. It's side by side between Zanella and Hagevold as well. So Marinescu back in the lead, but they tuck right in through Curva Grande. There's Bortolotti giving the position back to Ramon.
Yeah, I think he had to do that. Obviously, as you said, you can't cut the chicane and gain a place there. But these two really seem to have broken away because of that little incident between the two, Bortolotti and Pinheiro there at the first chicane. And that's exactly what they need to do. To be honest, they need to work together right now and give themselves a little bit of tone, not too much passing right now, and then they give themselves the best chance of having a position, being in a position to win later on in the race.
Into the second Lesmo corner they come. This is not good news for Christopher Zanella. There's Timo Storz, who's running strongly, up in 7th position, behind Christopher Zanella, as Snegerev gets very wide on the exit of the second Lesmo, keeps it all together though. But these two leaders, as you say, Jonathan, absolutely together. As they cross the line, there was a 1/10.5 of a second between them. It looks as though Marinescu's bridged the gap a little bit through Ascari. So we've got 3 pairs of 2 really up at the front. Then it's Timo Storz running around. That is Kelvin Schnooks, isn't it, going into the gravel? We definitely saw a spin for Max Snegerev, I think, in the background there at Ascari. So there's Schnooks in the gravel trap. Out come the wave yellows. We'll keep an eye on what happened to Snegerev. I'm pretty sure I saw him backwards down at Ascari.
Quite how Snooks stayed out of the barrier down there, I have no idea. Did a fantastic job to get back on.
Marinescu starting to pull away. The battle for third position is the one to watch as they roar past our commentary box. Bortolotti tucked right out behind Ramon Pinheiro. And is he going to be able to make a move? Not close enough this time around. Of course, with the lower downforce package, it means you're going to be travelling faster and have less stopping power when you get there. So braking zones are going to be longer. Yeah,
that's absolutely right. I mean, the whole car is moving around a lot on the brakes as we see
he got hit.
But yeah,
Julian Theobald lunging one up the inside into Ascari.
Yeah, and maybe that will cause a safety car. I'm not sure. Did we see him get out the gravel trap?
We'll have to wait and see. They have onboard starters on them, of course, and they should be able to get going. So, Marinescu and Brundle now breaking away. Those two, of course, had a great battle last time out at Red Bull Ring. But if Bortolotti wants to seal the championship today, he has got to get past Alex Brundle, basically. He's got to make his way up into second place. Was that, very sideways from Storz, was that Max Snegerev that just passes, I think, down the start-finish straight? Quite possibly. Yeah, looks like it. So, waved yellow flags down at Ascari, so maybe it's not Snegerev. There you can see some marshals wandering around, so unless it's Julian Theobald.
Car, I think.
Yeah, so...
Probably should just see it in a minute. Unless it's gone. Okay, so it's safe from the safety car.
That's good news. Yeah, Julian Theobald hasn't come through the final sector yet, has he? But he did cross the second sector timing beam. So we start to settle down just a little bit here at Monza, but there's going to be action just around the corner because here is Tobias Hagervold, because Zanella's going to know his best chance of taking the title. He needs to finish. He needs to start finishing ahead of Bortolotti. Ramon Pinheiro decides it's okay to go back to the racing line. Is that a mistake? Because Bortolotti's up the inside and Bortolotti has passed. Great tow down the back straight into the Parabolica. And what has Ramon got in response? He's going to be in the perfect position to counter-attack. He'll lose a bit of downforce through the Parabolica. And is he going to be close enough?
I think he's going to get it done even before the braking zone, actually. So, yeah, job done fairly easily. But Hedgefield will be trying to get a nice exit here to get back in the tow and see whether he can challenge down in turn one.
Yep, good move from Christopher Zanella up the inside into the Parabolica. 1.2 seconds now. Bortolotti not close enough onto the brakes for the first chicane. The car getting very, very sideways. It's very, very loose. Under braking, you could really see that from the onboards. He was having to fight it as they turn through Curva Grande once more. And head out onto the back straight once more towards the Parabolica. Mihai Marinescu fairly comfortable out in the lead. We're going to see a very happy Romanian if he can hold on for these last 4 laps. If anything, Zanella looked like he was closer to Pinheiro than Bortolotti was to Brundle. Bortolotti's dropped quite away now.
Yeah, he has. It's a bit of a surprise, really, because he steamed up towards the back of Brundle and wasn't able to really make much of it. But Zanella really will be in that 2 or 3 second window, obviously, and picking up a big tow now. So let's see whether he can have a good attack on Pinheiro into turn one or Parabolica.
3 laps remain. Mihai Marinescu is leading this FIA Formula 2 race from Monza. There he is in the number 9 car, the car sponsored by Brasov in Romania. He's ahead of Alex Brundle in second place and Mirko Bortolotti in third position. If Bortolotti finishes second, he can claim the 2011 FIA Formula 2 Championship and the subsequent full Williams F1 test that goes with it. But for that, he needs Zanella to finish 1 position lower than he is currently running. That white and red car you can see in the background, that is Christopher Zanella. And if he finishes where he is now, the championship will still be alive, but only just. Through the Parabolica they come. And all that starts the final lap of the race. He has led this race for a lot of it, but it's not all over for second. Mirko Bortolotti very, very close indeed, looks to the outside. Now what he's got to try and do is get a great run out of this chicane and hope he can get a great slipstream as well down towards the second one. Through Curva Grande they come for the final time, and Bortolotti is closest than he's been most of this race to Brundle. Has a little shimmy. Who's going to go to the inside? Brundle is. Out on the outside is Bortolotti, and he takes the place. He gets a great run through Curva Grande. Can he get it stopped in time for the chicane? Yes, he can. Mirko Bortolotti moves up into second position. It's not over yet, though. Brundle is going to fight this one until the death. Only about half a lap to go now through the first Lesmo corner. And has Alex Brundle got anything left to attack Mirko Bortolotti with? I said earlier, perhaps he just dropped back or something to save his tyres and go for a last-minute attack.
Well, if that was his plan, he did it absolutely brilliantly. But yeah, what he managed to do is get a good exit, obviously at turn 1, and meanwhile Alex was still trying to sort out the effects of braking pretty late to turn 1. So he sort of coaxed him into that slight mistake, and I think that may be enough to have the job done there for second place.
Mihai Marinescu has never won in FIA Formula 2, but that is about to change. If he can just turn his way out of the Parabolica without running too wide, he is going to take victory in the first race of the weekend here at Monza. There's the checker flag, and there's Mihai Marinescu taking it. He wins. Second place goes the way of Mirko Bortolotti, robbing Alex Brundle on that final lap, but Brundle's first podium since Magny Cours back in May. Fourth position for Ramon Pinheiro. Fifth place goes the way of Christopher Zanella. So, first win in FIA Formula 2 for Mihai Marinescu. Absolutely the winner of this race, but here's a look at the results. 5.4 seconds back to Mirko Bortolotti in second, Alex Brundle third place, 7/10 of a second behind that battle ran Ramon Pinheiro in fifth. Zanella in fifth keeps the championship alive.
Start was a little bit difficult, too much wheel spin, but then the first lap with the good boost, good tow, I managed to take over the lead, and that was it.
So there's the championship. Mirko Bortolotti leading. The battle is still on for the championship. It's not signed and delivered yet.